All right.
Let's go. So, all chapters, it sounds pretty self-explanatory, but can you just explain what is all chapters?
Yeah, so I mean, the basic idea is, it's all chapters, and so, including the B sides and the C sides and farewell. And then as for the A sides, I don't need to get any of the red berries, but I do need to get the heart and the cassette in each A side.
Okay, so it's all A, B, and C levels, and then you're also going to collect every heart and every cassette.
Yes, and
Okay.
and then farewell at the finish.
Farewell all the way to the end, but no moonberry.
No moonberry.
Okay, so that's all chapters. That's it. So that's and the current PB is an hour 26. So that's pretty insane considering that there's a lot of people out there who, maybe their any percent is an hour 26. So extremely fast.
Yeah, definitely put a good amount of work into it. I mean, mostly I put a lot of work into 100%, and all chapters is just kind of a subset of that. So
yeah, it's essentially 100% just with no berries.
And 100% doesn't require the moonberry either, right?
Had to do a weird dash pattern there to get the heart to appear, and then I'm gonna save and quit here to save to avoid having to wait for the heart to go away. And I just spawn back here.
Another thing to note here, just to the 202 berries is an achievement that there's not many people who have all the berries. I'm not sure what the latest count is, but it's probably under 100 in total.
Yeah, I think it's close to like 40.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Probably like maybe 50. And that's, with no time limit. That's just, can you get 202 berries? But
yeah,
Chaikitty, in an absolutely insane fashion, got 202 berries in like a few hours, right?
Yeah, I think my record is like about 4.5. I definitely never thought that would be possible.
4.5 hours. It's a category that, no one runs because no one can, but absolutely insane to be able to do that in a single run.
Yeah, I think there's like 3 or 4 runs on that leaderboard. Me,
yeah, there's only 3 runs on the board.
Yeah, TGH and Evan's fight.
And so just again, for anybody who may be new to the game, every chapter has a golden berry, which you collect at the beginning of the chapter, and you carry throughout the chapter, and if you die, you go right back to the beginning. So what the 202 berries makes you do is complete every chapter deathless as fast as possible, basically. So you have to be fast and perfect. That's all. Just be perfect.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much.
Sounds easy enough to me.
Yeah, and it's hard to balance like the going the fast and then the not dying part as well. Especially like in farewell, you gotta take a lot of safe strats.
Pomp Top in chat says, so you're saying if I just finish a 202 berries run, I can be top 5 in a category? Yes.
It's true.
It's true.
I mean, if you can finish
top
it
4.
Like, in sitting. Yeah, top 4.
Even better.
Well,
I
mean,
wonder...
not one sitting, but one like you can't just like have like a multi-day recording.
Right.
Sure
you can't just like take a nap and then come back.
Yeah, I mean, you can take breaks. Like I think in one of my first runs, I took like several like 20-minute breaks. At least like before farewell, like just for 200 berries, I think one of my attempts was like 15 hours. But I took like breaks between.
So you're seeing now City B, which is a challenging chapter, and I feel like we're just watching this and having a chat, but Shai's actually playing it.
So one thing that's interesting about all chapters is that you have some sort of control of the route that you take. So Chai is going to be like getting everything in the A sides, getting like the heart and cassette, and then he's going to go straight into the B sides. But you don't necessarily have to do that. You could just play all of the A sides if you want, and then do all of the B sides. And you can even play farewell after playing core, and then do the B sides after that. So you have some control on the order of what levels you play, which I think is pretty cool.
That's just like a personal preference thing?
Yeah.
Not quite. Yeah, I usually like to just kind of switch between the A and the B sides because it mixes it up. But, yep, so now we're on to 2A, so I got the heart, and then just got to get the cassette, and then after that it's basically just a normal 2A.
Chai, have you run all the categories?
I think at this point I've run all the main categories except True Ending. That's the one that I haven't. Yeah, right now I'm in the process of doing all hearts.
I haven't seen any all A sides runs from Twitch partner Chaikitty.
Well, that's a miscellaneous. But yeah, you're right. I don't think I have. Okay, so we got the cassette. Now we're just kind of going through the level as usual. Yeah, the double jump out of that block is kind of weird.
Such casual speed. How many hours do you have, Chai?
Oh man, too many. I think I'm like a little over 2,200.
So that's it, guys. If you want to get fast, it starts with 2,200 hours of practice.
Just trying to go for the crazy task strat there.
Oh man.
Sometimes you get it, actually. Oops.
I do want to learn that. Because it is worth going for, I feel like even at any percent. Because if
Yeah,
you get
if you get it, it saves like, I mean, if you get the whole thing, I think it's like 2 seconds or so.
yeah, and it can be backed up pretty easily even if you don't get it.
Yeah, I mean, even there, like, that wasn't that bad. I mean, I guess for any percent, losing, every second kind of counts, but also saving every second counts. Yeah. Alright, so now we're on 2B. This is one of the easier levels in the run. Mostly, this is pretty much just double jumping out of these blocks. Is kind of the main challenge in these first few screens, and then there's like, I don't know, there's like one kind of difficult screen in 2B, I think, but mostly there's a pretty chill level.
What would you say is the hardest chapter?
Oh, probably for all chapters, I mean, honestly, I would probably say 7B. I just really don't like 7B. But also maybe 5A. Just because you have to play Theo. 5A Theo is really hard. But yeah, 7B is one that I have kind of always struggled with. There's just a lot of really precise tricks here. Alright, this is the hard room I was talking about. I'm going to try to... Okay, well... I'm going to try to corner boost. I'm going to demo and try to corner boost under this. Ah,
Oh.
I barely missed it.
So this, you don't have to grab any of the keys, basically.
Yeah, it's good getting all the
Nice.
keys.
So you have to line up specifically. You have to grab like the bottom of the wall there, and then dash over, and then like you kind of just have to wing it and like jump off the block at the correct time, so then you can jump off to the bottom of the ceiling. So like that part can be kind of tricky. But I think the first death that I took, I was just a little too greedy, wanting to land at like just the perfect spot, and ended up just not landing on the wall at all.
You can do it without the setup, but it's a lot more precise that way.
Yeah. Okay, here just doing some diagonal madness. I don't really know how that works exactly, but I know it gets me all the way to the top there.
Man,
I
you
think
made
it's
that-
because you demo into the dream block, and so you keep
Yeah,
it
it's like,
crouched.
it lets you like climb higher on like one of the walls or something.
Yeah, because you're crouched. I don't know why you stay crouched, but it happens.
Yeah, it works.
I remember spending so much time on that last rhythm screen casually. Just smashed it in about 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I always thought that rhythm screen was funny, especially like watching like my friends do it casually. Just like, how are you supposed to get up this?
Seems impossible. Oops.
So yeah, 3A pretty straightforward. I guess there's two notable differences though. I'm going to be taking a different route through Huge Mess to get the heart a little earlier. You'll see that in a little bit. And then as well, I will not be doing Demo Dash because I have to go get the cassette, which is behind the room that has the key. But other than that, it's pretty straightforward.
Is this the one where you kind of backtrack after hitting one of the bubbles?
Yes.
Yeah.
So he's gonna do boxes first, which is what you usually do in 90%. But then after that, instead of going up to books, he's gonna do towels. And that's because there's a warp that you can do after getting the heart, where if you exit the room where the heart is and then go back into it, the game doesn't expect you to go back into that room. And so if you retry or save and quit or anything that is technically a death, it'll spawn you up into like where the book's route is.
Mm-hmm.
And that only saves time if you're getting the heart. So yeah, it's just a neat little trick.
Yeah, so there you see a little tactical retry just to get over here a little bit faster. And then, yep, I'm going over to towels. And then, yeah, I'm going to backtrack up to the heart after hitting this button at the end. I just go up through this little passage here.
Looky here. It's going
Yeah,
strong.
so like Comet was saying, I'm gonna get to the end here. I'm gonna pass the heart and then come back up this room. And then after I get the heart, I'm gonna save and quit. And so the game treats that as a death. And then so it's like the same deal as with Bub's Drop. There's no respawn point down there, so it just spawns me up in the next room. So just like that, I bypass having to go speak with Mr. Oshiro again. And just go straight on to the third button.
It also makes doing the big huge mess room faster since you just drop down under the key. Yo, Chai, where are you going? You're supposed to demo dash through.
Yeah, what?
It saves like 15 seconds.
No. I gotta get the cassette tape, man. Okay, no. This room is like the worst when you die because you have to like intentionally like wait a little bit. Okay. I gotta go back. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like I still really struggle with that quad hyper room. Like that room's always been hard.
It's really hard, yeah.
Okay, nice little demo dash
Oh,
there.
okay.
I know, it happened so fast. Bet you weren't ready for that. I actually like, I don't know. I only started doing that demo dash because there's this one trick in A or B that is basically the same movement as that. It's somewhere in 5A. And, like it took me a really long time to get like decent at it. But then like when I did, I realized that this one's like literally the same thing except for flippers. And then so I was able to just start doing that.
Good old M-Dragon skip.
Yes. Oh.
Backup strats.
Corner there a little bit. That's fine.
Hey Chai, I'm not sure if you can increase your mic volume at all, or.
I think I don't.
I have it maxed out on my
Do that
end.
through Discord?
I got it all the way up on Discord.
I don't know if I can up it at all in Discord.
Okay, that's fine. We can hear you.
Yeah, I have it turned up all the way on Discord.
Maybe just do the Celeste game sounds down like one notch.
Okay, yeah, we can try
That
that.
might help. There we go.
Okay,
Cool.
I can just try to talk a little louder too if that's an issue.
So did you speedrun any game before Celeste?
Oh gosh, okay.
Tell
Sorry,
them
these
about
first-
Hope
these
Pico.
first few 3B rooms are kind of rough.
Okay, focus time.
Yeah, just for like the first couple.
It doesn't look hard.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad I messed up that very first room. That one looks so cool when you get it. This level's kind of weird. It's like overall, I feel like it's not that bad, but like the first like 5 or 6 screens are just terrible. All right, we're through the worst of it. There's like one hard screen toward the end, but so yeah, before Celeste, I guess like when I was in high school, I played a lot of like Super Mario Sunshine. I never streamed it or anything, but I kind of just like played ILs and stuff. That was kind of fun. I didn't really do like actual runs, just because I didn't like waiting for all the cutscenes and stuff. But
Cutscenes are
I
bad.
think I did a couple runs. And I think I know my best was sub 130, but I think I probably could have done better. Oops. But yeah, that was what I started with. And then I actually found Celeste on speedrun.com was where I saw it. And I was like, oh, like what the heck is this? Never heard of this. #1 speedrun game. So, I
That's
checked it
Eat
out.
Girl.
Yeah. Yep, so I started playing, I think it was July 2018.
The rest is history.
Indeed. Yeah, I played like a lot of ILs offline before I started streaming or anything. So like I wanted to get good before I took to the twitch.tv. Alright, that was a pretty good 3B. I just really just messed up the first room. But yeah, that's a really hard level, so that was good.
A lot of Eat Girl fans in chat right now. Eat Girl.
Greg is here.
I mean, hey, Tri said #1 speed game. I couldn't help
Greg
but
is here.
tell him about the real #1 speed game.
Was it on SGDQ?
Yes, it was.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, Tuho ran it with
It was at ESA.
yeah, Tuho ran it at SGDQ with commentary from Eric J. Math and Frozen Flygon.
Wow.
So quite the stacked couch.
Quite the lineup, right? What about Celeste not on the ticket? What is that about?
I don't know, dude. I submitted 100%, but I did not get in. Unfortunate. But that's okay. Okay, so we got the cassette tape. Next up is the heart. I have to do kind of like a weird like wall bounce into like an under corner jump thing. This can usually take a few tries. And then like pretty much right after this, I have to do ceiling pop as well. So this is definitely like a really hard little bit of the level right here. Oops. Oh, come on.
Spike jump, the hardest part.
Dude, really? Really?
This is the hardest of the 3.
Oh, man. All right, here it is. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
so the usual strat. So the usual strat is a little Super Mario Bros. 3 Easter egg where you have to crouch on that block for a few seconds and it puts you into the background, but you can just skip it with that wall bounce.
Wow, I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's really precise. I usually don't get it on the first try, so that was definitely really cool. Nice ceiling pop.
Nice, first try, ceiling pop. Casual.
It looks like that corner kick really was the hardest trick.
Yeah, that little corner kick off of the spike, hardest part of the level, confirmed.
Yeah, for anybody just tuning in, this is the Moonberry Cup, and this is an all chapters showcase featuring world record holder Chaikitty.
Oh wait, this isn't. I thought this was A or B. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of craziness on the next screen here.
Are you going for it? You're going for it? Oh, he's going for it.
Okay.
Oh, that was close.
Come on, you got it.
That one was close.
Hey!
Let's go.
Okay. Wow. Blockless.
Yeah, that one's not consistent, but definitely really cool when you get it. Third try, not bad.
I'm pretty sure it still saves time if you get a second try. I don't know about
Yeah,
third try
third
though.
try definitely loses time, but it's not that much. So. I knew I had to do it. I couldn't not do it, you know?
You have to do it.
Oops.
I'd love to see it.
Oh.
Oh, OP snowball.
One day I did ask, how do I do second blockless? I asked that in Discord, and a certain person named Ickle Chris responded saying, simply do not use the block, and I got it first try.
Wow, that's very wise. Pickle Chris.
That's
Got
pretty
the
incredible.
knowledge. Hey, Eric J. Math in the house. We were just speaking of you, Eric J. Math. What's up?
Yeah, definitely happy I was able to pull off that block list. Wanted to show that one off. Right.
GG.
All right, now Ridge B. This one is there's actually some pretty hard screens in here, but for the most part, a lot of the early screens are just kind of waiting for auto scroller blocks. So there's not really, you can't really lose time unless you die. But there's definitely some harder screens like toward the end.
Eric J. in chat, have you asked Chai about his main speed game, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker? Treasure Tracker.
My main speed game?
Is that your main speed game now?
Celeste
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. One blind race versus Fell the Curl. Now it's my main speed game. Definitely. I won the blind race, by the way, just so everybody knows.
Yo.
Let
I
it
was
be known.
guided to victory by Eric J. Math.
What is that? Is that a platformer from like 1990 or something? Like,
It's on the
No,
Switch.
it's I think it's also on Wii U. It's a Switch game. It's like a puzzle game. You know, you're Captain Toad, and you just have to like try to find like the gems, you know, the treasure, and
Okay.
then like just beat the level. Yeah, it's really just a puzzle game.
The second most competitive speed game, right behind Eat Grill.
Yeah, I mean, actually, like, for a puzzle game, like, it does seem like a surprisingly effective, you know, as an actual speed game, though, too. Like, I wouldn't say it doesn't seem, like, particularly difficult, but there's definitely, like, some execution elements to it.
speaking of execution, this is just so casually, so casually fast. And really cool to watch.
Alright, so that's the last of the auto-scroller blocks.
Any doots in chat?
What? Oh, the music. I get it now.
I love that little jump off.
Wow.
Alright, so here I'm gonna skip having to get the coins. Just gonna line up on a specific pixel there and just jump. It's actually a lot easier than it looks if you know the correct pixel. You just kind of jump up and then come back down, and it puts you in the perfect spot.
Coins are slow.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a cool strat right there.
Yeah, this final room can actually be really hard. So that was a really good 4B.
Yeah, sub 3.
Yeah. All right, so we're on to 5A. So this one's kind of unique a little bit just because there's not many other categories where you play all the way through 5A. So actually the second half of 5A is rather challenging. So we'll see how it goes.
Any depth corner boost? Let's go.
Yo, Dubs
Okay.
Let's go. Let's see that.
It's such a tricky strat to get consistently.
Oh yeah, for sure. Lots of hours into practicing that one, for sure.
Yeah, it's hard because there's really no cue or like there's no like visual to when you're supposed to dash up into the corner. So
Yeah,
you just kind of have to.
timing down.
Yeah.
It's just feel.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so now we're going up to get the key. We need this to get to the heart.
Oh, I remember this route. Haven't seen it in a while.
Okay. I'm gonna do another less known Archie strat right here. to
Barely.
get the ledge. Nice.
Oh.
Let's go.
So you have to.
So I did the Archie crouch into the bubble, and then you just kind of dash up, and it is actually, it's not just as simple as that. Like you do kind of have to, like there is kind of a bit of a tricky timing to it, but yeah, that saves a good amount of time.
So you can't just dash up out of that bubble without crouch jumping in.
No, you have to wait. Oops. You have to wait a little bit.
That was cool.
Yeah, it's like if you move to the side too early, then actually wait, I guess saving quit's fine. I was forgetting what's faster there. This works. All right. So now we just gotta go up and do the rest of the level. This is where it gets kind of difficult though. Verily, it is now the circumstance wherein oneself acquires a singular bubble, to thrust thine momentum forward, and hoist thyself superiorly, and grabbeth the ledge on the opposition to scouting the underside of a raised platform, and upholding fair use of a latent bubble up. Indeed.
Well said.
Indeed. Well, very well said.
And that is how you do Archimedes.
Yeah. down there. That's fine. Alright, so here is just kind of a series of rooms with some seekers and some coins, kind of manipulating some of the seekers to actually collect the coins for me. Nice corner boost.
Seekers are just confused.
Yeah, they don't know what to do with me. I'm
They
too
don't know how to
fast.
handle the speed.
Yeah, they usually have no problem killing me.
All right, here's the fan favorite search skip.
Search skip.
But,
Yeah.
but this time with a corner boost. Okay, it's faster that way.
Alright, so we're approaching Theo. This is definitely one of the hardest parts of the entire run. Definitely the hardest minute of the run. So let's hope it goes well. It's always really cool when this goes well.
I bet Theo does have some pretty cool strats though. They're just very hard to pull off.
Yeah, it's way harder than 5B Theo.
Like I think in the next room. No, not in this room. Okay, I think it's the room after. Yeah, this boost. This one's cool.
Mew.
Yeah.
You just go all the way across the room.
That was close.
Pretty smooth.
I messed up the entry there.
Oh man.
Unfortunate. Yeah, there's not really much you can do when you mess up that entry. Oh,
Yeah, this last room is surprisingly hard to optimize because of the like eyeball waves.
yeah. I feel like that room isn't too bad. If you get like the initial wave dash, like something about that. I think it's because I was too far to the side when I entered the room. So like, because there's a period of time where after you dash, the game won't let you dash again. And I think that's kind of what got me. And I ended up dashing too late, and I wasn't able to actually get like the wave dash and then the speed. All right, so now we're on to 5B. I do go for some kind of crazy strats here toward the start, actually, or after Bub's drop.
Yeah, you do the crazy. You
I
do
do a couple things that most people don't. We'll see how
yeah,
they go.
the IL strats.
Yeah. I do like this diagonal with one of the bubbles, and then I do like this like, very aggressive cycle. You know,
The
later.
boys cycle.
Yes. Nice.
Nice.
Got Bub drop.
Nice.
Very nice.
Alright, we'll see if I get this diagonal here. You'll know it when you see it.
Yeah, it's right here.
Ah!
Oh. Dang.
The flex diagonal.
There we
There
go.
it is.
Oh man.
All right, and then this room, this is the boys cycle, which is where you can skip that lower bubble and you can just
Okay.
wall bounce right up, and it's a lot tighter of a cycle, but it saves a decent amount of time.
Okay. Never seen that.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because like on entry you have to do something kind of specific. All right, and just a little save and quit here to save half a second on the waking up animation. Unfortunately resets the music though, but you know.
Yeah, resets it right as it gets good.
Yeah, half a second doesn't seem like a lot, but
That's a ton. That's like 3 years.
it's basically 3
I mean, it
years.
definitely adds up. I remember that strat was found, I think, like a week before I got the any percent world record.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
2 weeks or something, and then like I ended up getting that record by like I think it was like 0.13. Oh, yeah, that's the jump.
Yeah, no, it's all because of the save and quit.
Definitely saved me there a little bit.
This is the better Theo section.
Yeah, I messed up the first couple rooms, but it's okay. Good gauntlet. Let's see if I can do the last room correctly. The last room here is like actually kind of hard. Or the next, okay, not this one. The next one.
Gotta get through the impossible room first. Nice.
There we go. All right.
Nice little 230.
Yeah, took a few deaths there, but that's okay. All right, on to 6A. Time to do my favorite skip in the game, lake skip.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and this is also home to Ogmo.
Yes.
Oh, this is where Ogmo. Okay, we're gonna see Ogmo.
That's an important fact. Are you going to be sensible this run, or are you going to go for the more
Ooh, should
crazy,
I? What do you think?
crazy
Should I-
nonsense,
Should I do Scott's sensibility or Revo's nonsense?
or should you
I haven't
should
done
you do-
Revo's nonsense in a while.
or should you do Comet's clumsiness and just
It's coming.
completely fail it?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's probably what's gonna happen no matter which one I do.
You have to explain these. Explain these to someone who doesn't know.
Okay, so basically, to get the 6A cassette, you take this Kevin down and you use the momentum off of it. And so, okay, yeah, that was Scott's sensibility. Well, sort of. He missed the last part of it. But if you can do a short hyper off the block, and it's slightly slower than Revo's nonsense. But if you get it right, you pretty much fly all the way to the cassette after bunny hopping off a few blocks.
Revo's nonsense is like 1.5 seconds faster, but it requires a frame perfect input. So
Is it really frame perfect?
yeah, the diagonal where you land on the block is frame perfect.
Oh, really?
Okay, so the madness that I just did there, that was just basically a code that I have written down on a paper in front of me. I just have to do a series of dashes to light the torches and get the heart to show up. That was all that was. And now we're just playing the rest of 6A as normal.
Yeah, I don't think we mentioned what like for Revo's nonsense, instead of the short hyper, you do a reverse hyper off of the block and then ultra.
It's a super.
Oh, is it a super? Whenever I attempt to do it, I do a hyper.
Yeah, I know. I was always trying to do a hyper too, and then like as soon as I found out that it was actually a super, that's when I started getting it.
Man.
Yeah. I feel like it's not too bad. It's just the frame perfect input. Like I haven't put too much into it just because it is frame perfect input.
Yeah.
Which like will always be hard. Oh no.
Oh.
Really? Okay. Alright, come back, Mr. Feather. Okay. So we're making our way through here. By popular demand, I might just have to go speak with Ogmo.
I think you're right.
I think we have to. I think it would just be a big disappointment to everybody.
No, look, see, Comet's clumsiness is not a big misunderstanding. It is because it can happen on Scott's sensibility too, which I do know how that works. There he is.
There he is. All right, we got to get out of here. We got a speedrun to finish. Yes, I actually practiced that strat and how to come back properly after speaking with him. That fancy little corner boost.
Optimized Ogmo routing.
I know. I've optimized the Ogmo routing. It's true.
Visiting Ogmo at top speeds.
Ogmo %. In the current world record, I did not go talk to Ogmo, but in one of the former ones, I think it was in my 129, I did talk to Ogmo. But, I mean, I only did it just because I knew that I was, like, the run wasn't, like, super good up to that point, so I was like, yeah, you know. But then I ended up, you know, playing the rest pretty well, but, you know, in the end, I did end up beating that run by a little bit, so, oops, okay.
And of course, whatever the world record holder does is the fastest. So
Yeah.
when that was the world record, going to Ogma was faster.
Yeah, so, like, if you want to get world record in this category, like, you really just have to go talk to Ogmo. That's all it means. I know, get Ogmo into the meta. I agree.
He's lonely up there. Nobody ever visits him.
Not today. Today Ogmo's getting all the love from all the gamers. Alright, so we're just making our way through battling here quite nicely so far. Got a little bit left. And then of course next we'll be on to 6B, which is also definitely one of the hardest levels in the run. But we'll do our very best. The thing with 6B, the thing that makes it so hard is, like, there really is not a free screen in 6B. I mean, there's probably at least one free screen, but overall, that's, like, a very hard level.
Did you have 6B in your any percent run?
Not currently, but I will in the future. Yeah, 6A was always just more consistent for me, and like, the thing is, to put in an entirely new chapter, you have to put a lot of work into it. I mean, I started kind of playing 6B pretty regularly when I started running ARB. That was like, I think in like March. And then like, I feel like even now I'm not like super, like I feel like at this point I would probably do it in any percent if I were running it, but I don't think I would necessarily be that successful with it. So, I just kind of avoided putting it in because I knew it would take a really long time to learn. So I just wanted to wait until after, because I knew I was going to go on like 100% grind and play it a lot. And then at that point I was like, okay, after I've done all that work, then, you know, in the future I'll probably put it in. So
Nice.
yeah. Okay, 6B. This is a very hard level. I'm going to do my very best.
Yeah, if the day ever comes where I have to put 6B into my any percent runs, I'm not looking forward to that day.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, you really don't ever have to unless you want to get a 26, I don't think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's just that at least for me, like, I had practiced 6A so much that it was actually my best level. So, like, if I were to put in 6B, I would be taking my best level and making my worst level. So it just it didn't make sense. But,
What's your ILPB for 6A, Chai?
529. That was the world record. I think it was actually just beaten today.
Yeah, not until today it was.
Oh wow, today?
Yeah, Aurora Dash got a 527.
GG Aurora
Yeah.
Dash.
But, you know, that's okay. I mean, that my 529 was just like with my run strats and stuff. Like, I was just really happy that I was able to get the first sub 530. Because, like, at the time, I think the second best was like a 531, maybe 532. Nice. Those diagonals are pretty tricky.
Another thing I'm just thinking here, it's you know, at this level, it's not enough just to you know, play a chapter, play 6B, and you know, maybe you do certain strats, maybe you opt out of certain things. You know, when you're talking about being as fast as possible, you really don't have the option to not do difficult strats. You have to do whatever's fastest.
Nice demo dash there. That's a setup-less demo dash. It was patched in with Farewell. But yeah, I don't think it's necessarily the case where you have to do all the fastest everything. I mean, like, the IL record for this, I want to say it's like 403, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
I can
Maybe
try.
it's 407. It's one of the two, I forget.
It
but
is
like-
404.
Okay, it's 404.
404.
I think my best is 417. I think Marlon's is like 416. So like, you don't actually have to do all the craziest everything, but I think at least with 6B compared to other B-sides, say like, I don't know, like 2B or whatever, I feel like there's a lot of room for optimizations within the screens that actually does make this kind of a good level for any percent in that regard. It's really not just, can I do it without dying? There actually is a lot of optimization to be had in this B-side. And this is actually going very well so far.
Yeah, very smooth.
Like, this is actually really good. Let's hope I can finish it out well. We don't have any reprieve moments here at the end.
And then you be a gamer. Let's go.
Nice. That's a really hard one for me sometimes.
Keys are slow.
Yeah, that's a cool little skip.
Okay.
Alright, I messed this transition up sadly. Yeah, that was actually such a good 6B.
Wow.
What the heck?
What a
I got
6B.
420.
420.
Yeah. I think if I didn't mess up the end, there's actually a chance that might have been an ILPB. Like, that's actually kind of crazy. I
That
played
was
that very
insane.
well. Really good stuff.
Even with the
420.
dog trying to mess you up.
Sorry, what?
Even with the dog trying to mess you up.
Oh, I know. Even with was that Comet's dog? I think. I don't know. The dog was coming after me.
Comment. Comment your
Okay.
dog, please.
Yeah, that was really good. That was really good.
420.
All right, so now we're on to Summit. This is actually a bit of an interesting A side, just because the gems are scattered throughout every area. So it's not like the other A sides where it's like one part I'm doing differently. It's like kind of like in each section I'm doing something differently to try to get toward the heart. So in each section I have to grab a gem, and then if I get all the gems, it will unlock the heart in 3,000 meter. So the first one's up here.
Alright, Dogmo has been tamed.
Dogmo.
Was that Jerry?
Yeah.
Jerry was hyped for that 6B.
Dude, that 6B. Jerry loves
That
to
was
see it.
nutty.
The funny number 6B. Careful, don't want to die with that berry. That one's important.
That's what I just did.
No, you collected it.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh. Wait, that was weird. Okay. 1,000 meters. Gonna go for some cool double jumps here between these blocks in the next room. See if I get this.
That's a cool try.
Oh,
Oh,
darn it.
yeah. If you double jump out of that third block, you can jump the first time, and then the second jump could be off of that wall, and so you just get to kick off the wall, and then you lose your momentum.
It's honestly pretty rare that actually happens. So like, I don't even think about it or like try to compensate for it or anything. Like it happens to me so infrequently.
Yeah, but like when it happens, it's sort of annoying because you have to go back and hit the spring.
Like I don't even know. I don't know why I do that either. Sometimes that last one I just go early. But yeah, I don't know what triggers that for me because I feel like it happens so rarely. Oh my gosh. I don't know. It's hard to time some of those hypers when there's like spikes on the side of it for some reason. It's like I look at the spikes instead of the actual like block.
A cool demo there.
Yeah, nice demo. Alright, now we're going up to get the cassette tape. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Just wait an extra cycle here, otherwise you usually get killed. Oh, oops. Alright, got that gem. Alright, so the next gem is actually at the start of the level. I usually return to map here, but there's a strat you can do. It's like barely any faster, but it's like kind of hard, so I usually just return to map. I'm gonna see if I can try to do it though, just because it looks really cool.
Yo.
I haven't practiced this in a while though, so this might be a bad idea. But I want to try it.
Shoutouts to this gem room, but backwards.
I think it's like... There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I don't go for that one. I think it's like very slightly faster to do that versus a return to map. Kind of hard though.
Oh, that's right. Comet and Saluo had that gem room backwards.
Yeah,
That's
actually
fun.
that room backwards seems kind of crazy. Oh. Missed the wall bounce. It's a little far from the wall there. Kind of a silly one. Here, actually, I did an Archie into that bubble as well, which let me land directly on that little ledge instead of having to grab onto the side of it at the very end of the room.
Oh wow! I didn't know you could. There were so many spots to use Archie.
Yeah, it's that one's actually kind of tricky because you have to like graze the spikes. You have to like barely not hit the spikes so you get close enough to the bubble so you can go into it. All right, here I'm gonna break the blocks on the left without actually using the bubble, and then, oops. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going this way to get the heart or the gem. Oh, wow. Man, this room can be weird sometimes.
Clubmeister just got 80 golden. Let's
Whoa.
go.
GG. 200 Berry Club.
Nice, dude.
That's like a notoriously difficult one. Probably the hard. I mean, what's the hardest golden? What do you guys think is the hardest one?
Farewell.
Farewell. I mean, well, I mean, besides farewell.
I would say 7B.
Yeah, like I feel like 8B, like I don't have it, but I feel like 8B wouldn't be as bad as 7B just because it's so much shorter.
Yeah, I mean 8B is like half of the duration, pretty much. Just a little more than half of 7B. But it's definitely jam-packed with some really tough screens.
Yo, multi-boost, let's go.
Yeah, what was that?
Um,
Oh yeah, that's a multi-boost. Yeah, you
yeah.
can explain.
if you jump multiple times on a moving block, you get the momentum boost from jumping off the block multiple times. And I'm pretty sure if you can jump 3 times or more off of that block, then it's faster than just going on top of the block.
Okay, so here I'm gonna trigger the heart, and then I'm gonna climb back up to flag 27.
Oh, you can hear it still like happening in the distance.
Yeah, so while waiting for that, because you have to wait for it all to activate.
Ah.
And now when I save and quit, and I load back in, I'll start at flag 27.
27. Wow, nice.
Just like that.
Yeah, that was found by Tassers, who and the Tass is actually able to get all the way to flag 26 before the heart goes down. But you can get to flag 27 while not being Tass.
Yeah, it's not too bad, and I mean, even if you mess it up a little bit, like, it still ends up being faster just because you don't have to wait.
Yeah, it's pretty lenient.
Yeah, because, like, I mean, you would have to wait for the heart anyway. I mean, even there, I don't think I wasn't, like, particularly aggressive with it or anything, but I had some time to spare by the time I got back down.
There's a Discord link right now in chat, and for anybody who doesn't know, we are giving away 2 copies of this game for PC. So if you don't have it, or it's just a Steam key, so you can gift it to someone if you win. But just go into Discord and go to the giveaway channel, and you'll be entered to win. Those gift copies come courtesy of a Captain Peel card, by the way. I have a really stupid channel points reward redemption called Gift Copy of Celeste. So, where you can just buy a copy and we'll give it away. And shouts to Captain Peel card.
And then you redeem it thinking that you'll get a copy of Celeste, and then you say, now you have to buy a copy.
That's pretty. I could have done that, but I actually explained it in like the details. But
That's funny.
Can I have my channel points back?
yeah, I've seen a lot of people do stuff like that though. Like a gift sub. Oh, thanks. You just redeemed it. Now you get the gift sub.
You get to
I
give
give you
someone-
permission to gift me a sub.
We're all just making Jeff Bezos richer anyway.
Bezos money.
Oh yeah, Jeff Bezos.
All my homies hate Jeff Bezos.
But Bezos money and Bezos sad are top tier emotes though.
It's true. Alright,
There we
done
go.
with 7A, just like that.
Any 6257B?
6257B. Oh man. I mean, I'll try. I don't know. 625, of course, as in Comet 625. It just so happens that 625 is like one of the best times I can get with my strats. My best is actually 624, but yeah, this is a hard level. This is a really hard level. Oh wow. Well, well, sorry, comment.
Goodbye, 625.
What is that, by the way? Comment, is that your birthday?
Yeah.
Nailed it.
No, that's my age.
625?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Have to change it every year.
I'm learning so much comment lore. You got a dog named Jerry.
There's a lot of comment lore out there.
Comets live a long time. That's true, Palm Top.
Oh wow.
Comet and Sickly Jack are twins.
It's true,
Is that
but
more?
not in the way you might think.
Is that more doppelganger speak?
Well, you see, Sickly Jack has the same birthday as me, and he is also a twin. However, we are not related.
Wait, you guys are both twins?
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. Learning so much about the homies today.
And we're snuggling on the ARB leaderboard.
You're cozied up.
Yeah, right next to each other.
Are you identical twins?
No.
Comet's twin is a Towerfall speedrunner.
Can we even run that game? I don't know anything about it, but I'm pretty sure it's like more of like a party game. From what I know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
All right, 1500 meter, hard one here. Nice. Yeah, those first two screens in particular are like actually pretty hard. Nice.
Nice.
Good.
Really smooth.
Yeah, that can be a hard section. I feel like it's that section and then probably 3K that I have the most trouble with.
Chai, do you have any like mental strategies before going into like you know, if you're really trying to set a world record or trying to like put a really good run together and really focus? Are you like hyper focused? Do you do any like, I'm always curious about you know, are you doing breathing techniques or anything like that, or
No, not really.
just play the game?
I don't know. I just kind of, I feel like the biggest technique I do, I guess, would just be, I don't even know if you call it a technique, but I just try to play like pretty regularly. Just because, you know, that way if you're not like, you know, if you're playing like, not necessarily every day, but like if you're playing, you know, like pretty frequently, like you're not gonna have to battle like being rusty or anything. It's like, it's always fresh on your mind. You know, you'll never like accidentally do the wrong strat, or you'll never be like, oh, I don't know. Just like, you know, like if you don't play for a week, when you come back, you have that kind of like rusty feeling. It's like, if you play pretty regularly, like you'll kind of never fall into that state. And I think that makes, you know, my attempts, I guess, more like time efficient.
That makes sense. Yeah.
You spend more time actually like on good runs than just like trying to prepare for good runs, I guess.
Yeah, and I think it also doesn't put as much pressure on any one run because you're gonna be running anyway. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, there's still obviously the disappointment factor when you are in a good run and then you kind of choke it, but but yeah, exactly. It's not like, oh, like this is now or never. Like I'm not gonna play again for another few days.
right.
But yeah, I mean, other than that, I don't know. Not really. Like, it's definitely different. Like, because I used to like compete in like the GSA leagues and stuff. I know those for me were like a lot more stressful than just like, you know, doing world record attempts in general. But at the same time, I feel like that kind of prepared me for like the pressure of like world record type runs. But eventually, just when you do it enough, you just kind of like learn to like how to just play well even when you're nervous about it. Okay, that was not gonna work. Yeah, I just landed a little bit too low on that wall. I probably could have recognized it and climbed up a little bit, but that's okay. Oops. Yeah, pretty big depth there, but definitely not that out of the ordinary. It's a very hard flag.
Nice demo there.
Yeah, that demo's actually kind of easy. It kind of sets it up for you. Like as long as you have a button, it's pretty easy.
I love watching that demo and like a 200 berries or 202 berries run, like while you have the golden berry.
Yeah, chat just like freaks out whenever I do like.
Yeah, like everybody who doesn't know that it's free, just like their heart just like drops, just like they're just like, oh my god, what is wrong with you?
Okay, this screen's actually pretty hard. I think we got it.
Nice.
Alright, I'm sorry, comment. I didn't get a 6.5. That's okay. Flag 9 kind of did me dirty.
Yeah.
That was actually mostly pretty good. The Flag 9 death was really costly though.
Wait, was that a 649?
Yeah.
That's my PB.
Oh.
That's so cool. That's so cute.
Well, now we can be snuggling on the 7B leaderboards.
Let's go.
If I submit it.
Do you even have a 7B time submitted? I mean, I can't submit mine because it's not recorded. I just have a screenshot.
Alright, so we're doing core. No berries. Or actually, I am going to get one of the berries. Just because it's easier for me to do the room that way. Oops.
And just again, for anybody unfamiliar, the big difference in core is you do not get your dashes back when you touch the ground.
Yes.
Yeah, so the only way to get the dash back is to complete a screen or collect one of the floating crystals like this one.
Yeah, so there's no bumpers. There's bumpers. Bumpers don't give you your dash back.
No, they don't.
Like these guys don't give you dash. The ground doesn't give you your dash back. Is ice skip part of this run?
No, that's
no,
not
it's the very first berry.
Oh, okay.
So we don't do it, but I mean, that is a really cool trick. I can maybe show it off after if you want.
Yeah, I just learned about it recently.
Yeah, there's actually like the old setup is like super hard, but there was like a newer setup that was found. Oh, that okay. Not sure what happened. But yeah, the newer setup is actually like pretty consistent. So it's a little bit slower, but like only by a couple seconds. But you pretty much guarantee that you get it first try every time. So I think it's definitely worth it.
Shout outs to Bob Dole.
Indeed. Alright, so this berry I get just because the normal strat there is hard.
Berry? That's slower.
I don't know how much slower it is, and I honestly don't even really care. I just know that last time I tried to do that room normally, I just couldn't do it. So
what is the so-called hard strat that you're talking about?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't think I've done it in like over a year. I just like
because you can completely skip going to that side if you just climb up to the top of that block.
Yeah.
And I find that to be pretty consistent.
I mean, I probably should revisit it, but I don't know. I have it consistently that way, so I'm like, whatever.
Oh. Nice.
Saves.
Some quick thinking there saved the day. Alright, so there's the cassette, and then the heart is just in the next room, just at the very end. They kind of just give both these to you, in the natural course of beating the level. This room, there's like a really tight ultra at the end. Hopefully I'll be able to get it. Yeah, not quite. That's fine. Yeah, that one's really inconsistent.
You were so close.
I know.
You were gonna tie with my PB again.
I know, I'm sorry, Comet. I tried. Okay, 8B.
Here we go, 8B. Plebmeister. Very familiar with 8B.
God Gamer at 8B. Golden Berry.
What's up, RB?
Oh. That was weird. This room can be kind of strange.
Core block.
I think I went a little too early.
It's a core block moment right there.
Yeah, core blocks can be really strange if you're just like slightly off. Okay, I'm gonna go for a little demo here in the next room. Okay, well.
Demo. Let's go. I think I know it. I think I saw Aurora do it, and yeah, let's go.
Nice.
But yeah, I feel like the start of 8B is the hardest part. Like that, yeah, those two screens I died on are probably the hardest screens, I think. Those are definitely the ones I die on the most. Fortunately, those aren't the worst ones to die on. There's some very costly ones later. Okay, that was too low. Yeah. This one's just kind of tricky. You don't have very much time to get a good position on this block. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot like 6B. 8B has a lot of spots where you can die and it can be very costly.
Yeah, like the window for like where you have to be grabbing on that block is like actually kind of small. So like if you don't land in the right spot right away and you don't have time to adjust, then it's like, well, yeah, you kind of just die. Alright, next few rooms are kind of straightforward. It's got these belts, jump up them. Yeah, these next two are like, there's like these rotating fire cycles. If you don't have a plan, these can be like impossible, but if you've memorized the route, especially this one, if you've memorized the route, this one's not too bad. But otherwise, this one's just terrible.
There's a cool strat coming up here where when the ice, I guess, since you're in the ice mode, starts rising, you can skip getting the switch and you can climb up in just ice mode, and it actually makes these next two rooms a lot easier and faster.
Yeah, one time I accidentally flipped the fire switch and I just didn't know what to do. It's kind of funny.
See you, Maxio.
Oh.
Whoop.
Man, the core blocks are really doing me dirty right now.
Yeah,
They really are.
they're out to get you.
Core blocks are like weird. They launch you in like very strange ways.
Yeah, it's like it's like where you're standing and or grabbing onto it, but then also like at what point you press jump. And it's like it's really specific. But it's also like it's just I don't know, it's kind of hard to understand like exactly how they work. Alright, so the last room here. This one's not too bad.
I actually
don't
think that room is
actually
really
dash
cool.
into the spikes. Nice little demo there.
Nice.
Alright, and with that we have unlocked the seasides.
You ready for a real challenge?
Oh yeah.
The seasides are pretty. They're pretty short.
Yeah, they're 3 screens each, except for 4C. Not 4C. Why am I? 8C.
Well, 3 like
Three screens.
just the door.
3 real screens. Well, you could still die on that screen if you fall in the pit.
Who would do that comment? I mean, I know for me, for one, like, I mean, I would never. On a
Well,
face run, I would never hyper into the
well,
void.
me for one has done that. So
Yeah. Yes, that actually happened. I mean, it's like a 2-second death, but still.
30 seconds. That was basically prologue.
pretty bad prologue.
Yeah, that's actually kind of a hard one though. 1C, the very first room is actually really challenging.
Any coin skip?
Oh, dude, I can't. Skip. I know Shredberg would be so disappointed if he were here. Maybe he is here. I'm sorry, Shredberg. Shredberg really wants me to do it. It saves like 2 seconds, but the thing is, if you miss it, you lose like I think 11.
A lot of seconds.
And this is like, mind you, an hour into the run.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So it's just.
Shout outs to Shredberg.
Shout outs to Shredberg.
I can't believe Shredberg asked me what time that this was going to be at, and he's not even here.
Sad.
Well, he did ask me what time it was going to be at if he lived in New Zealand.
Oh,
Does he live in New Zealand?
No.
need specific time.
Just want
But
to
he did
know
ask.
if I did live in New Zealand.
Yeah,
Curious.
Shredberg's a character. And a Majama certified streamer, as I hear.
Playing Super Meat Boy.
Mm-hmm.
He's the Ogmo % world record holder.
He was the Ogmo % world
Wait,
record.
did somebody take it from him?
Yeah.
Oh, he made the video and
Yeah,
everything.
he like, because that's a category in Super Meat Boy where you play as Ogmo, and he got the record, and then he made a video about like the world record progression, kind of just like, I mean, I think it was mostly like as a joke, because you're like, oh, like I got the record.
Yeah.
It was because it was a record that hadn't been beaten in like 5 years or something. And then like a couple weeks after he got it, like someone else beat him by like, I think they beat him by a lot. Like, I think it was like 50 seconds or something.
Yeah, like he made like this whole like summoning salt style video, like
Man.
the world record progression of Ogmo %.
And then a week later it gets bopped.
Yeah.
He brought too much attention to it.
Okay. Yeah, that first screen in 5C is pretty tough to get that jump on the underside of that swap block. But I think that turned out okay. Okay, 6C, this is probably the hardest one in my opinion. Just because of the third room. There's like, setting up the Kevin block properly is really tough. And then also like there's this one bumper at the end of the screen that like, it's, I don't know, I always have a hard time getting a good bounce on it. Okay, looks like we set up the Kevin correctly, that's good.
Yeah, you can manipulate that Kevin, so you just can pretty much fastball through the entire screen,
I've never
Yeah.
seen
or
that.
that entire first part of the screen.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to do because you have to hit it and then quickly land on top of it to redirect them up. Okay, good. The bumper at the end cooperated.
Have you messed with any of the mod levels, Chad?
Yeah, I've played some. I played some of the D sides. Actually, I played some of the collab map,
Mm-hmm.
the dad bod collab. I played a couple of the levels in that like a pre-release version.
Got
Those are pretty
special
fun.
access.
I don't play custom maps too often, but there's a lot of really good ones out there for sure. Like, I'm usually pretty impressed. Glyph I played. That one was really
Oh,
fun.
yeah, Glyph is really
That
cool.
one's really good.
I also I may have a couple maps of my own that I have created.
Oh yeah?
I was about to mention that. I was about to say, like, you're asking Chaikitty. Like, are you kidding me? Chaikitty,
my
the
God.
creator of
You
the
making
creator of
maps?
Lake Skip Adventures and the sequel
Skip
Beyond the Lake.
Oh my
Adventure.
god, I'm
If
sorry.
he
I
plays
didn't do my
maps-
research for this.
It's okay. They're not public. They're just in my Discord. I didn't put them on Game Banana or anything.
Yeah, like if you haven't seen Beyond the Lake, it's quite something special. No map ever like it before. You have to do 3 4A fast hearts in a row without dying.
Okay.
You have to do a bunch of Bubs drops followed by ceiling pops
Oh my god.
in a row without dying. You have to do like 3 of them to beat the room. You have to do like 5 to get the berry. You have to do
Forgetting about the reverse hyper demo dashes while standing on crumbly blocks and while Mr. Oshiro is chasing.
I was gonna get to that. Yeah, so you have to stand on the crumble blocks while doing the reverse demo dashes. Wow,
Okay.
and you have to do it fast enough so that Oshiro doesn't catch you.
Chai, who hurt you?
Then after that,
It started as kind of a joke. The first map I made was called Lake Skip Adventures, and it started as a joke because I was like, someone should make a map where literally the entirety of the map is just like you do Lake Skip, and then like after you do that, it just makes you do another Lake Skip, and then it just keeps making you do Lake Skip like over and over and over. and then so I made that into a map, and then like it was kind of funny, people. I mean, like people in my Discord and like on my stream and stuff liked it, and a few people played it, and like it was kind of fun. I mean, it was mostly like, I wouldn't say it's like a fun map, but it's kind of a cool joke, like for speedrunners and stuff, like, oh haha, like all these terrible tricks.
Yeah, all in a row.
Yeah, so it was like the first map, it was Lake Skip, ceiling pop, and then demo dash, and then so I just made a sequel.
yeah, after it's smash hit.
Yeah, big hit. And then the second one I made it on stream, so it was kind of fun.
Welcome to Farewell, by the way.
This is farewell, yep.
End of the run, last level, we got Farewell.
Kind of brushed over 8C, didn't really talk about it at all.
It's okay, we were talking about my...
We're talking
More
about
important-
a
More
better
important
level.
things, yeah.
Yeah.
How long was the gap from like game release to the DLC release?
So the game,
It was September 2019, I think.
yeah, September 9th, 2019 is when Farewell came out. But Celeste came out 2018, January 25th.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's like what, 21 months? Oops.
Yeah. A little less than 2 years.
I know a lot of people were like really hyped and waiting for it to come out, and I think it definitely lived up to the hype.
Yeah, so this level 2, it should explain, there's a bit of a different dash mechanic. So you see, I just have, when I land on the ground, I get back 1 dash. However, there are certain dash crystals that I can collect, which will give me 2 dashes. So if you see, it's like kind of pinkish. It has like 2 crystals on it, and those give me 2 dashes. But otherwise, it's just basically, you know, one dash for most of it. Oops. And
I really like Farewell.
Jeez.
Farewell good.
It's so fun. It's a really fun speedrun, in my opinion. And I think it's sad that not many people run it.
Yeah, Farewell's like a pretty good, just like a standalone run, to be honest.
Yeah, like, and it's shorter than like any main category. About 20 minutes, I feel like, on average.
And now we are introduced to the jellyfish. So this is kind of similar to Theo. You hold on to it in the same way, and you can use it to kind of just glide, and do some other cool things as well, which we will see very soon. But yeah, you can just basically with the jelly, you can like, you know, go to the side and then hold like up or down to like, you know, go up or go down slower or whatever. Oops. And then you can do this, what I'm doing here, where I'm dashing up into the jelly. That's what's known as a jellyvator. So like an elevator, but with the jelly. And so I basically just drop the jelly in place and then dash up into it and re-grab, and it just gives me some upwards momentum. And then now here, actually, I'm gonna avoid, so you're meant to get like a bunch of keys and then take a bubble all the way up, but we can do a little something here. Like so. And we just skip having to get all the keys. That saves like a minute and a half.
Yeah. And that is dead intended, by the way. Like,
Yeah,
it wasn't.
I think speedrunners found it within like
First day, definitely.
it was within a day.
I'm pretty sure most secrets were found first day in this level. Just because like people can debug around and they can look at the map and be like, wait a minute, this is something that exists.
Yeah. I mean, that's just what happens too when you have a game as big as Celeste. You know, everybody's trying to crack it open.
Yo, Habadaz in chat. What's up, Habadaz? Another 202 Berries legend. Challenge runner.
Door skip?
Oh, door skip.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of a tricky one just because you have to dash and grab before, like, just before hitting the jelly, and you don't have a lot of time to do it.
Shoutouts to Nero.
Nice, I got that strat. Yeah, Nero found that one pretty recently.
Is there going to be any
dash, a setup list demo dash?
dash?
On the next screen, see how this goes. It might take me a couple tries, but hopefully we'll get it. It saves like 4 seconds though.
Nice.
Nice, first try.
Yeah, and then right here you can skip like half of this auto scroller by doing what Chai just did with the jelly, and it saves having to get that double dash crystal.
Whoa. Fake heart.
Yeah. And here we're gonna skip the heart door.
Oh, you missed it. Wait, go back. You missed it. How are you gonna know how to?
Oh, how am I gonna know how to wave dash? Oh.
Dude, now you can't beat the level.
Ah.
I think I'll try to. I think I can figure it out on my way, maybe.
Yeah, there's a cool mod called Solaris, and shouts to Donker, and it has triple jump gems.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I highly recommend that one. That's a really cool mod.
Yeah.
Oh no, I think I saw Lenny Gold playing that.
I like to think of that level as like a reverse farewell. It's like fire themed.
Fire farewell.
Yeah. I don't know, like, and like the color palette of farewell makes it seem more cold. I mean, space is pretty
You got,
cold
like,
if I were to think.
background and stuff.
Yeah. I did briefly speedrun Solaris. I got a sub 20 and booked.
Dude, I know Comet has some good custom map speedrun times. Former Glyph record holder.
Yeah.
Hey, Insomniac Toaster, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Hello.
Welcome in.
Yeah, TGH ended up doing a lot more work than I did on Glyph, so he definitely deserves it more than I did because I didn't spend too much time on it. But yeah, the glyph is a fun one too. That's a good one.
Yeah, I still never played the season sides, but I think I will eventually.
Those are cool. Yeah.
I did really enjoy just the main glyph though. It was definitely a really cool map.
This is a cool strat right here. Say something to get, what is it, a feather? I don't even remember.
To the top. It's kind of
Yeah.
tricky. You have to like just kind of jump on the other side of that block. There's not really a good setup for it, but the window's large enough that, you know, with enough practice, it does get kind of consistent. That was one that I struggled with like a lot when I first learned this level though.
Nice moon boost.
Nice. Yeah, so there I kind of like, I don't really know exactly how that works, but I basically chained some hypers together.
I think you have to like hit the if you had like one of those floating blocks, like in a way, like it's like the block like moves forward because you like dash to it, and then you hyper off of it, and so you use that like the block moving forward, you use momentum from that to get like a faster hyper. I feel like that's like the best way I could explain it.
Yeah, so I basically did that twice.
Yeah.
Just by doing demo hypers, and that's how I got all the speed. Okay, there's another demo dash right here. This one's a little bit more lenient.
Yeah, it skips having to get the key or the coin.
It's kind of hard, but yeah, that one is a little bit more lenient than the one that was earlier. Oh wait, no, I wasn't supposed to dash there. What do I do?
Oh.
Yo.
We're good.
Wait, you need to dash there.
I don't know why. I instinctively dashed there. I think I thought I was playing like 6C or something. Because usually in 6, that's like, I don't know what you do in one of the rooms of 6C.
There is something going on there.
That's okay.
You can go under a few of these blocks here using the wind. Yeah, like that.
Alright, this room, I'm gonna go for a cool like wall bounce thing at the end to try to skip having to wait for the blocks to fall down. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
That one's a little bit tricky. You don't go fast enough, you can miss it and fall back down.
Yeah, that room's really hard, but once you learn the cycle, it's pretty cool.
Okay, nice. Okay, there's a cool feather room coming up, and you'll see I'm gonna, at this one point, there's like, the path diverges. I can either go up or down. I'm actually gonna take the bottom path. And the reason for that is like, at first glance, like it doesn't look like it's faster. Like for a while I was like, why do people go down here? Like doesn't even make any sense. But you'll see the wind is going to be pushing me forward. And then if I take the top path, it'll start pushing me backward. But if I go down the bottom path, it'll keep making me go faster.
Yeah, it basically skips the wind trigger. So you just go right under it.
It's kind of tough. Okay, we got it on the second try. That's good.
That one's obviously intended, developer intended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
All right, and now here comes stubbornness. And so you're gonna be seeing try dashing down like just into the floor a lot, like while waiting for cycles. And that's because the game like everything in the game freezes whenever you dash for like a couple frames. I don't know how many, but everything except for the music, freezes whenever you dash for a few frames. And since these cassette blocks are synced up to the music, you can actually freeze the timer every time you dash, but the cassette blocks stay on the same cycle, and so that saves a little bit of time.
Yeah, and I'm also using a lot of those dashes just as like timing cues too. It's like, you know, I know like, oh, do 6 dashes and then dash to the right or whatever, like 6 down dashes.
Go for the fast cycle.
Yeah, I think I missed it.
Yeah, I think that might have been a little too late.
Yeah, I was a little bit too late. I can get
There's
this
a
one.
cool cycle here. Oh.
I will get this one. It might take a little while to set this up just because I died.
Yeah, it sucks doing it on death. But yeah, you can skip that, like, those
wow.
pink and yellow blocks. You just go straight to
Yeah.
the blue ones.
these rooms, like they're pretty tricky, and like the time loss can really cascade because they're kind of all synced up together. Like basically, if you lose time on one room, it'll make the cycle a little bit different on the next room. And so kind of what happened. Oh my goodness, that was quite a boost. I was not looking for that. What? Okay. That's
Just stand still next time.
Okay.
There you go.
that usually doesn't happen, but yeah. So like basically, if you mess up, because I messed up the room before that last room with the music blocks, it kind of ended up throwing off that cycle, and I wasn't able to land on the block. What? Okay.
Whoops.
Usually I just walk to the side and go right in. Oh, maybe it's because I landed on top. I was supposed to do this. Oh wait, yeah. I think it's because I died. I just kind of threw it off a little.
Yeah. So one thing is that you want to skip going to the birds or the battle line orbs in Recon as much as you can, because like the animation is slow.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna be seeing a lot of that. Like you just skip that one below, so you could just go right up. And he skips that bird right there.
Oh yeah, so you don't have to trigger the bird; it automatically will trigger to the next.
Yeah, and then it just goes to the next spot.
Yeah. There's definitely a few spots where that kind of comes in handy. There's a pretty notable example, I think, in like 3 rooms. I don't know. There's
I know what you're talking about.
a lot of them.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Abadaz says if it's at the top cycle and you land at a specific spot so it can't sink, you can die to the electricity on the right side. Very specific conditions, so you were very lucky to die there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, here's right here is Featherless 2. Remember Featherless in 6A? Well, this is Featherless 2.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Okay, I didn't want to get that battle in, but yeah, here I do skip this one.
yeah.
Okay, wow.
Oh,
That's cool that they go to the next point on their own.
Yeah, in like the A sides, they don't.
yeah, and Stomach.
I don't know what I did.
Wow.
I did something wrong there.
Usually on the second dash into the power box, I do a diagonal
I'm
into
gonna
it.
casual this one because I don't know what I did wrong. I'm like blanking on something. Okay, this is bad. Oh man.
I was about to mention the cycle thing that you can do
I know,
here.
I know.
But, oh, you still kind of got it.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Yeah, there's a cycle there where you can basically just
for a lot of these rooms. So, I mean, this is kind of true for a lot of Celeste. It's just like if you enter a room wrong, it really messes you up. Just mistakes can snowball in that regard. And you know, in the case of Farewell, you can't just go back a room in this section, so
Yeah.
kind of deal with it somehow.
You do the like where you hit the block on the same time on the same side. You do
I
that?
was trying to.
No, on this one right here, this room.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a thing you can do here, where usually you have to dash on the left side, then hit the spring, then dash and do it on the right side, but you can skip having to dash and do it on the left side by doing what I just did.
Oh, okay, we're
Oh,
fine. Gotta
that
do some
was-
neutral. Yeah, if I grabbed the block there, it would have fallen down. So I had to do some neutrals. Yeah, that room can be kind of weird sometimes. Definitely really hard to get that one the same way every time. So you gotta be ready for stuff like that. Oops.
This is where I lost my 15 pace.
Shoutouts to Lena Rain.
Yeah, Lana did an amazing job on the soundtrack, especially in Farewell. Like this song that's playing right now is probably my favorite in the whole game.
Yeah, definitely really good stuff.
It's very good. That's definitely one of the things that I always hear people saying about this game is the soundtrack.
Yeah.
All right, here's the last room.
The final room. No Moonberry, unfortunately, even though I know it's the Moonberry Cup, but No Moonberry in this run.
We're gonna do. We're gonna have another. We're gonna have a Moonberry race of some kind at some point. I don't know if we want to maybe like. I always thought maybe start at the beginning of or start at the beginning of Farewell, just Farewell to Moonberry, instead of doing the whole game. But I'm not sure yet.
You could do like just a Farewell full clear race.
I mean, I could go get the Moonberry, but it wouldn't be an all chapters run. I mean, it would be, but it would be like over a minute slower. I mean, I guess I did already talk to Ogmo.
That is true. I mean, if you want to go get it, that's up to you.
I'm trying to remember when the last time I actually got the Moonberry was.
Probably in Hundo.
It's probably like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'd probably die.
Get Flygon in MBC in Moonberry Cup. Oh, Flygon's already. Flygon's gonna do it. Yeah, Carrarium and Flygon are gonna do a Moonberry run. I think they're both working on it now.
Oh, nice. That would be. It sounds very fitting. All right, there it is.
Nice mid 70.
That's time. GG. All travel.
Wow, that was insane.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Pretty good.
You
You know,
not bad.
pretty good.
Yeah, there were some chapters in there that were actually really good.
The
Some
420 was really good.
But, dude, that was definitely the highlight. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I think that was probably the best 6B I played in the last like month. Like actually, that was really good. Yeah, Archie. Shout outs to Archie.
Blessed file name.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah,
420.
a lot of that was good. I think. Yeah, Farewell. I took some pretty big deaths, but still, almost the sub 130. But you know, we did go talk to Ogmo, featuring Ogmo.
This is the all chapters featuring Ogmo run.
Yes.
Insane. Well, thank you, Chai. That was an incredible display. This was absolutely top tier game.